How are you doing today? I'm Grace. Welcome to my channel, The Blooming Lotus in Paramita. Today, I would like to read a sutra with you, which named the Eight Great Awakenings Sutra. This sutra is not only one of my favorite sutras, but also a part of my daily cultivations. Every time when my friends come to me and complain that life is too busy to stop and never satisfied them, I will recite this sutra with them. When I'm trying to seek some peace and calm, I also find a quiet corner and recite it. So today, let's recite it together. Eight Great Awakenings Sutra. Translated by Asramana An Shigao of later Han Dynasty. Buddhist disciples at all times, day and night, sincerely recite and bear in mind these 8 truths that cause great people to awaken. The first awakening. The world is impermanent. Countries are perilous and fragile. The body is a source of pain, ultimately empty. The 5 skandhas are not the true self. Life and death is nothing but series of transformations, hallucinatory, unreal, uncontrollable. The intellect is a wellspring of turpitude. The body is a breeding ground of offenses. Investigate and contemplate these truths. Gradually break free of death and rebirth. The second awakening. Too much desire brings pain. Death and rebirth are wearisome ordeals, originating from all sorts of greed and lust. By lessing desires, we can realize absolute truth and enjoy peace, freedom, and health in body and mind. The third awakening. Our minds are never satisfied or content with just enough. The more we obtain, the more we want. That's we create offenses and perform evil deeds. Bodhisattvas don't wish to make these mistakes. Instead, they chose to be content. They neutral the way, living a quiet life in humble surroundings, the solo occupation cultivating wisdom. The fourth awakening. Idleness and self-indulgence are the downfall of people. With unflagging vigor, great people break through their afflictions and baseness. They vanquish and defeat the 4 kinds of demons and escape from the prison of 5 skandhas. The fifth awakening. Stupidity and ignorance are the cause of death and rebirth. Bodhisattvas apply themselves and deeply appreciate study and erudition, constantly striving to expand their wisdom and refine their eloquence. Nothing brings them great joy than teaching and transforming living beings. The sixth awakening. Suffering in poverty breeds deep resentment. Wealth unfairly distributed creates ill will and conflict among people. That's Bodhisattvas practice giving. They treat friends and foe alike. They do not harbor grudges or despise moral people. The seventh awakening. The five desires are a source of offenses and grief. Truly great people, laity included, are not blighted by worldly pleasures. Instead, they aspire to don the 3 pieces precept robe and blessing bowl of monastic life. Their ultimate ambition is to live home life and to cultivate the path with impeccable purity. Their virtues are lofty and sublime. Their attitude towards all creatures kind and compassionate. The eighth awakening. Like a blazing inferno, birth and death are plagued with suffering and affliction. Therefore, great people resolve to cultivate the great vehicle, to rescue all beings, to endure hardship on behalf of others, and to lead everyone to ultimate happiness. These are the 8 truths that all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and great people awaken to. Once awakened, they even more energetically continue to cultivate the path, steeping themselves in kindness and compassion. They grow in wisdom. They sail the Dharma ship across to Nirvana's shore, and then return to the sea of birth and death to rescue living beings. They use these 8 truths to show the proper course for living beings, causing them to recognize the anguish of birth and death. They inspire all to forsake the 5 desires and to cultivate their minds in the manner of sages. If Buddhist disciples recite the sutra on the 8 awakenings and constantly ponder its meaning, they will certainly eradicate boundless offenses at once towards Buddhi, and will quickly realize proper enlightenment. They will always be free of birth and death, and will abide in eternal bliss. Okay, this is our Buddhism Sutra reciting today. Hopefully someday when you need a break from your regular life, when you're about to think about life, you'll remember this sutra and recite it with me. Of course, reciting it every day is the premium option. Thanks a lot for your watching. I'm Grace. I see you next week. Bye. 南无阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛。